What's up guys, sharkeatyoshi back here again bringing you another battle video. So today's battle video, I'm going to be bringing you a battle in the rank double battle ladder. So we did get our first win with this team last video, and I'm pretty happy about that. Now we're 1571, and yeah, we have a record of 1 win, 2 losses, so that's pretty good for this team, this random weird team. I'm actually thinking about removing Rotom in this team and adding like a Gastrodon or something, because I think it will work a lot better for this team. Gastrodon can redirect stuff, it has the ability to Earth Power, which you guys can see in my team. I really don't have any Earthquake abilities or anything like that, and yeah, but anyway, let's see what my opponent is running. My opponent is running. My opponent looks like he's running a Trick Room team. He's running a very slow team at that. Very scary team also. I have no way to deal with Malamar. I don't have a fairy type whatsoever. I can burn it. That's always a possibility. I think Rotom is going to be a very strong Pokemon in this particular matchup. I can burn things. I can just Hydro Pump things. I can do a lot of things with Rotom, and I think Rotom is a good Pokemon to lead off with. Same thing with Thundurus. Thundurus, seeing that he's running a pretty slow team, as you guys can see there, he's running a lot of slow Pokemon. I can easily get some taunts off and some T-Waves off, which would help me out a lot. Actually, not T-Waves so much, but taunts and stuff like that. Aerodactyl is a good Pokemon. I might actually remove Tailwind from Aerodactyl and put Skydrop. I feel like that's a really good move to have. Arcanine is also a very strong Pokemon in this particular matchup. He can just wreck things. Of course, he can't really do anything against Malamar in terms of... Actually, no, I can do things to Malamar, but I do not want to use Snarl, because if I hit Malamar, he is going to get the boost. So, Sulk is also a very cool Pokemon to have in this particular matchup. I think I'm going to go ahead and lead off with Rotom. And... should I lead off with Rotom? Or should I lead off with Arcanine? You know what? Arcanine and Thundurus are probably my best possible leads. Rotom in the back. I want to bring in Parasect, because Parasect can put things to sleep. It's also a pretty good Pokemon, but he has a lot of Pokemon that can deal with Parasect very well. So, either Sulk or Aerodactyl. More than likely, I'm going to go ahead and bring in Sulk. So, let's go ahead and bring in Sulk in this particular matchup and see what's going to happen here. So, yeah. Let's see what's going to happen here. Ah, water's delicious. Water's delicious. So, my opponent is going to go ahead and bring out... I am going to go ahead and bring out my Arcanine and my Thundurus. But my opponent's going to go ahead and bring out his Chandelure and Weezing. So, 2 very nasty Pokemon to face up against. I think I'm going to go ahead and immediately taunt this Chandelure. And I'm going to go for a Snarl, I think. I think that's a good move. Yeah, let's go for a Snarl. And let's go for a taunt onto the Chandelure, just to remove any Trick Room shenanigans. He might actually have actually, no, I don't think he's going to run Mental Herb. I really don't think he's going to run Mental Herb. If he switches out into his... he's just going to go ahead and Protect. Okay, so that's fine with me. I think he's just trying to get his Trick Room up. I am going to get the taunt off. So he can't get Trick Room up. I hope he goes for a Trick Room. Shadow Ball, he's going to go through. Okay, so he knew that was going to happen. Shadow Ball, Arcanine's going to take this like a champ. Snarl is going to come out. Weezing does Protect, and he's going to go ahead and hit this Chandelure right in the face, doing super effective damage, as you guys can see there. Ton of damage. Well, not a ton of damage, but a decent amount of damage. So, what can we do here? I can go ahead and immediately bring in Rotom, since I did neuter the Chandelure. But I kind of want to bring in... I kind of want to leave Arcanine in here. I think I might go for a Willow onto the Weezing, just to deal that damage. I really don't want to go for a Heat Wave, because Chandelure could be... I'm sorry. It could be something. And oh my goodness, if you guys don't know, I upgraded. Hopefully you guys didn't hear that. I upgraded to Windows 10, and my freaking thing just turned on. What the heck? So that's interesting. Let's go for a Willow onto the Weezing, and just go for a Thunderbolt onto the Chandelure, just to deal as much damage as possible. He's going to withdraw the Chandelure, which I'm happy to see. I'm going to get free damage off. He was going to go for the Trick Room, as you guys saw there. He might actually switch out the Weezing. I don't think so. Thunderbolt is going to come through onto the Cresselia, doing a decent amount of damage. This actually did a lot. Well, I am Life Orb, but that did a ton of damage. So, Willow is going to come out onto the Weezing. Going to be very good for me. And he's going to go for his own Willow onto my onto my dude over here, so I'm happy with that. I'm actually happy with that turn. I'm gonna go for a taunt to the Cresselia, and then just go for I might actually go for a Heat Wave, but I'm scared. I am scared of the Heat Wave. I might actually go for another Snarl. Should I go for a Heat Wave or for a Snarl? I'm gonna go for a Snarl. I think that's the best possible play for me. I'm actually gonna go ahead and taunt the Cresselia. I do not want his Trick Room to go up whatsoever. He wants his Trick Room to go up. You could tell. He wants his Trick Room to go up. Hopefully he doesn't switch into... Okay, he doesn't switch. I do get the taunt off. He's more than likely going to go for an Ice Beam or something like that. He probably wants to take out my Thundurus as quickly as possible. His Pokemon are very bulky. I do get the critical hit. His special attack are going to get lowered right here. These two are, I think, both special attackers. He goes for a Toxic, which is interesting. He's going to go for a Sludge Bomb to the Thundurus. And I'm in a good position. I'm in a very good position to win this game. I think I'm going to go ahead and heal up with my Arcanine and then switch out Thundurus, because I need Thundurus to be alive to win up this matchup. I am slowly beating down on my opponent over here. Getting the burns off, getting all this good stuff off. I don't think I want to heal because of the pain split, so I'm going to go ahead and burn the Cresselia. I'm going to go ahead and switch out into the Rotom, because I feel like Rotom is going to be a very strong Pokemon in this particular matchup. Thunderbolting, Hydro Pump, stuff like that. Actually, I should have not gone for the Willow. I should have gone for another Snarl, because he could switch into Chandelure. I should have thought about that. I immediately just clicked on my moves without thinking about that. Hopefully he doesn't do that. Hopefully he switches into another book. Yeah, I'm more than likely he's going to switch into Chandelure. That was a mistake by my part. My goodness. Big mistake by my part. What can you do, though? What can you do? So let's see what my opponent's going to do here. He's thinking about his plays. I need to keep Thundurus alive, even though Thundurus... yeah, I need to keep Thundurus alive. The taunts are just way too good. I could taunt the Weezing, but no. I really do not want to take any more damage with oh, so he's not going to switch out. I am going to get a Will-O-Wisp off, so that's good for me. A lot of his Pokemon are taking so much residual damage off. He's going to go for a Side Shock. This is not going to do as much damage. Since I did neuter him. Sludge Bomb, he's probably going to double target the Arcanine, which is a smart play by my opponent here. Trying to get any poisons, or trying to remove this Arcanine, because Arcanine's being a huge meanie. Weezing is healing up. Cresselia is taunted. I really do not care about Cresselia at this point. I think I'm going to go ahead and heal up. I should have healed up, but it's fine. I did get the Willow off. I am going to heal up this turn. So let's go for a Morning Sun here. And I do have Rest on this Rotom, so for these very slow games, Rest Rotom is going to be very good. So I think I'm going to go for a Hydro Pump onto the Weezing over here. Try to do as much damage as possible onto the Weezing. Hopefully I can knock it out. I do get the Morning Sun off. He probably does not know I have this. I am going to go up more than 50%, I think. Yep. Whoa, a lot more than 50%. Hydro Pump is going to connect, so hopefully I can knock out this Weezing. Going to do a ton of damage. I don't knock it out, but he is going to go for the Side Shock onto the Arcanine, and more than likely he's going to go for a Sludge Bomb or something like that. Yep. So I am going to survive those hits, and this is very good for me. So his Weezing is going to be knocked out, and his Cresselia his Taunt is going to wear off, I think this turn, or next turn, in a couple of more turns. For sure, he has one more turn of Taunt. Either this turn or next turn. I think it's this turn. I think his Taunt is done this turn, because he used his move since I used Taunt before. Yeah, so this turn his Taunt is over. So, that is scary. Yep, Taunt does wear off this turn. This Arcanine is pretty slow. Same thing with this Rotom. So, I think I can deal with Trick Room at this point. I don't need Thundurus. So, let's see what's going to happen here. My opponent is contemplating what to bring in. I did knock out his Weezing. I am in a good position because a lot of his Pokemon are weak. He's going to go ahead and bring in Lucario, which I'm actually happy to see that. I mean, I'm very happy to see that. I could go for a Willow onto the Lucario. More than likely it's a special Lucario. I doubt it. No, I doubt it's a special Lucario because he has a lot of special attackers. I might want to preserve this Arcanine. I think I want to preserve this Arcanine and just go for a Willow onto the Lucario, but he might switch out. I want to preserve this Arcanine as much as possible, so I'm going to go ahead and switch into Sulk. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and switch into Sulk. Sulk, I really don't think it's a Pokemon I need to keep alive at this point. I just had it because I needed to bring it. I just had it because I wanted to bring it. I think I should have brought in what's his face instead. I'm not gonna go for a Willow onto the Lucario slot. Instead, I'm gonna go for a Hydro Pump because I think that's a pretty decently fast Lucario. That's what I'm thinking. So he can knock out my my Arcanine and just deal with it as quickly as possible. He might just go for a Protect, which will stink, but it's fine. It is fine if he does. He's gonna go for a Vacuum Wave, so it's a special. He's running a lot of special attackers, so Hydro Pump is gonna come through. It's gonna do a decent amount of damage to the Lucario. Straight up knock it out because of the critical hit. I think I got lucky with that critical hit. I think I would have took it down to the reds, but I would not have knocked it out. That critical hit put me in a good position. Rotom putting in a lot of work. When I said I was gonna bench Rotom, I was gonna remove Rotom for Gastrodon. Rotom it's coming through. You know, you gotta threaten your Pokemon in order for them to do well. Don't do that, guys. It's mean. But holy moly, Rotom coming through. I said I was gonna bench Rotom for maybe a Gastrodon because Gastrodon I think works out a lot better because I can run it can run very well with my wow, it's taking forever for him to make his play. Hopefully I didn't disconnect. My internet has been being very weird. Please don't disconnect. Please don't disconnect. Maybe my opponent disconnected. I don't know. But please, I hope I didn't disconnect. My internet has been acting very weird as late. But anyway, speaking of Gastrodon, Gastrodon can deal with the Genies very well, which have been a huge nuisance to me. It does have Earth Power. It does have access to Muddy Water, Scald, Surf, and stuff like that. So it works very well with my what's his face, Parasect. So yeah, I think it's a good Pokemon. So my opponent is taking forever. Did he just DC or something like that? Did I DC? It's taking a while. Okay, that took longer than I expected. So I'm just gonna go for a Rock Slide at this point. And just go for a Thunderbolt onto the Chandelure. This game is pretty much over. Rock Slide, and then Thunderbolt onto the Chandelure. Thunderbolt should do enough damage to knock it out. Sulk took his damage. Every Pokemon put in work, so that's good for me. So let's see what's going to happen here. Prevented any of his Trick Room shenanigans. I think my opponent should have just straight up just brought both of these Pokemon, just went for a Trick Room. Maybe he wasn't even running a Trick Room team. I don't know. I really don't know. So, my opponent is running out the time. I think he's trying to stall me out or something. There's really no point. Your Pokemon are very weak. Unless you start Calm Mining with Cresselia, there's really no point in stalling me out. I have ways to deal with this Pokemon. A lot of ways to deal with this Pokemon. So, let's see what's going to happen here. Hopefully you guys can hear me, because it looks like my Audacity is being very weird. Hopefully you guys can hear me. So, if not, I'll just... hopefully. Rock Slide is going to connect onto the Chandelure and to the Cresselia. So this is going to do a ton of damage. Not going to knock out the Cresselia because, the Chandelure, because of course Chandelure is pretty bulky. He's just going to go for a straight up Flamethrower onto the Rotom. I don't know about that play, but I am going to get a free Thunderbolt off onto the Chandelure over here. And that's going to be good for me. I think he should have just went for a Side Shock. I did flinch the Cresselia. So at this point, the game is pretty much over. He's burnt. I do have Rock Slides for days, which Sulk. And yeah, so this game is pretty much over. We do get, I think, a good 3-4-0. So let's go for a Rock Slide here. And then let's just go for a Hydro Pump here. And Rotom putting in work. Rotom putting in a lot of work. Same thing with Thundurus. Thundurus just taunting a lot of things. If you don't have ways to deal with Thundurus, Thundurus is just gonna just wreck house. This is why this Pokemon was used a lot, because it's just a very powerful Pokemon. Does a lot of damage. It's just a very strong supporting Pokemon. If anything, Thundurus should... I don't think we should see Thundurus play anymore, because Thundurus is one of those Pokemon that just ruined... Thundurus is the epitome of ruining any prankster Pokemon. So it makes Sableye ineffective. It makes Sableye useless. It makes Meowsticks useless. Liepard, yeah, get out of here. Murkrow. It makes all those good prankster, fun prankster Pokemon, obsolete, because this Pokemon does everything except burn things. So that's pretty crazy. So I think my opponent is just rage stalling or something like that. I don't know. Or maybe my connection is just terrible. I think it's that one. So Hydro Pump is going to come through, and I'm going to be able to get a good 4-0 here with Rotom, and Thundurus putting in a lot of work. So, yep. So we do defeat Jackson here, and that was a good battle. That was a really good battle. Very strategic battle. Hope you guys learned a lot. But anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed that video. Hopefully that little Windows 10 Cortana thing didn't scare you too much. I upgraded to Windows 10 recently, and it's been scaring the hell out of me when I forget to take off my mic and I talk into it, and then it talks back to me. I'm like, who's that? Who's doing that? So hopefully it didn't scare you guys. But anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed that video, and until next time, guys, I'll see you guys later with more battle videos. Bye, guys.